What if I told you a single city once ruled over 3 continents, that its legions crushed kingdoms, its emperors shaped history, and its fall changed the entire world forever? This is the story of the Roman Empire, an empire born from blood, ambition, and brilliance. Stay with me till the end, because this is not just history. It is the story of how Rome built the world we live in today. Chapter 1. The birth of Rome. Our story begins not with an emperor, but with a legend. The tale of Romulus and Remus, twin brothers raised by a she-wolf. According to myth, they founded the city of Rome in 753 BCE, beside the Tiber River. But fate was cruel. Romulus killed his brother, becoming Rome's first king. His name would forever echo in history. Rome, the city of Romulus. In its earliest days, Rome was small, just a cluster of huts on 7 hills. But even then there was something special about its people, fierce, determined, and hungry for power. They absorbed ideas from neighbors like the Etruscans and the Greeks, learning art, architecture, and warfare. Rome was preparing for greatness, and it did not even know it yet. Chapter 2. The Roman Republic. Freedom and War. Narrator. Around 509 BCE, the Romans grew tired of kings. They overthrew their last monarch, Tarquinius, and created something revolutionary, a republic, a system where citizens had a say and leaders were elected. The Roman Republic was built on discipline, law, and military power. But make no mistake, Rome's idea of freedom still came at the point of a sword. The Republic began to expand, first through Italy, then across the Mediterranean. They clashed with powerful rivals like Carthage in the brutal Punic Wars. Their greatest enemy? Hannibal, a general who led elephants across the Alps to strike at Rome's heart. But Rome endured. By 146 BCE, Carthage was destroyed, its people enslaved, its land salted. The message was clear. No one defies Rome and survives. Through conquest, Rome became rich, but also corrupt. Senators grew greedy, generals grew ambitious, and the people divided. Chapter 3. The rise of Julius Caesar. In the chaos of the Republic's final years, one name rose above all: Julius Caesar, a brilliant general, a man of the people, and a master of power. Caesar conquered Gaul, modern France, bringing immense wealth and fame. But when the Senate ordered him to disband his army, Caesar made a choice that changed history. He crossed the Rubicon River in 49 BCE, a declaration of war against Rome itself. "The die is cast," he said, and wheat, that the Republic began to die. Caesar defeated his rivals and became dictator for life. He reformed Rome from the calendar to the economy. But power breeds enemies. On March 15th, 44 BCE, the Ides of March, he was stabbed 23 times by his own senators, including his close friend, Brutus. His last words, "E tu, Brute," still echo as a symbol of ultimate betrayal. Chapter 4. The rise of the empire after Caesar's death. Rome plunged into chaos again. Civil wars tore the Republic apart until a new leader emerged. Octavian, Caesar's adopted heir, ruthless, clever, and patient. Octavian defeated all rivals, including the famous lovers, Mark Antony and Cleopatra. In 27 BCE, Octavian became Augustus, Rome's first emperor. The Republic was dead, and the Roman Empire was born. Under Augustus, Rome entered its golden age. The Pax Romana, or Roman peace. Roads stretched across Europe and Africa. Trade flourished. Monuments like the Colosseum, aqueducts, and temples rose across the empire. The phrase "all roads lead to Rome" became true. But behind the glory, power still corrupted. Emperors that followed were a mix of genius and madness. Chapter 5. Emperors of glory and madness after Augustus came. Emperors like Tiberius, Caligula, Claudius, and Nero, each leaving a mark on Rome's destiny. Caligula, known for his cruelty, made his horse a senator. Nero, accused of playing music, while Rome burned, built a golden palace on the ashes. But despite their madness, Rome's system endured, because it wasn't just an empire of armies. It was an empire of ideas. Under emperors like Trajan and Hadrian, Rome reached its greatest extent, stretching from Britain to Egypt, Spain to Syria. Over 60 million people lived under Roman rule. It was the superpower of the ancient world. Hadrian built walls, baths, and cities. Signs of a civilization unmatched in engineering. Roman aqueducts carried water across miles. Roads connected distant provinces. Latin became the root of modern languages. Rome wasn't just ruling, it was reshaping the world. Chapter 6. Christianity and transformation. But in the shadows of temples and colosseums, something new was rising. A faith that would challenge Rome's gods and its power. The rise of Christianity began quietly with a man named Jesus of Nazareth in the Roman province of Judea. His teachings of love and equality spread fast and frightened the authorities. Christians were persecuted, thrown to lions, or burned alive, but they refused to die out. By the 4th century, the impossible happened. Emperor Constantine the Great converted to Christianity and made it the empire's official religion. The temples of Jupiter faded, and churches took their place. The Roman world was changing, not by sword, but by faith. Chapter 7. Division and decline. The bigger an empire grows, the harder it is to control. By the late 300s, Rome was too vast, too divided, and too exhausted. Emperor Diocletian split it into two halves. The Western Roman Empire ruled from Rome, and the Eastern Roman Empire ruled from Constantinople. For a time, it worked, but cracks were forming. Barbarians, Germanic tribes, Goths, and Huns began pressing on the borders. The legions, once unstoppable, grew weaker. Corruption, civil wars, and economic collapse ate away at Rome's heart. In 410 CE, the Visigoths, led by Alaric, sacked Rome. The first time in 800 years, the Eternal City fell to an enemy. To the ancient world, it was unthinkable. The goddess of cities had fallen. Chapter 8. The fall of the Western Empire. The final blow came in for 76 CE. The last Roman emperor, a young boy named Romulus Augustus, was overthrown by a barbarian general named Odo. The Western Roman Empire was gone. Its end marks the beginning of the Middle Ages, a world without Rome, as order or light. But the Eastern Roman Empire, known as the Byzantine Empire, lived on for another 1,000 years, keeping Roman law, art, and learning alive. Chapter 9. The legacy of Rome. And yet, Rome never truly died. Its language became Italian, French, Spanish, Portuguese, and Romanian. Its laws shaped modern governments. Its architecture still inspires our cities. Even the word emperor, senate, and republic, all Roman. From the United States Capitol to the Vatican, from our calendars to our alphabets, Rome's shadow is everywhere. As the poet Horace once said, you can drive nature out with a pitchfork, but she always returns. The Roman Empire was more than a kingdom. It was an idea. It rose from the mud, conquered the world, and fell into dust. Yet its spirit still lives in every corner of our civilization. So next time you walk on a paved road, admire a great building, or hear the word Caesar, remember, you are standing in the footsteps of Rome. Was the story of the Roman Empire, the empire that never truly died. If you enjoyed this journey through time, hit that like button. Subscribe for more powerful history documentaries, and tell us in the comments which ancient empire should we explore next.